BBC News with David Harper. President Biden said he believes the mission to evacuate people from Afghanistan can be finished within the next week, but he warned this depended on continued cooperation with the Taliban. And Mr. Biden said the sooner the better because he feared an attack on Kabul airport by Islamic State-affiliated militants. The World Bank is suspending aid to Afghanistan. It said the Taliban's seizure of power made it deeply concerned, especially for the welfare of women. US House Democrats have reached a compromise that brings President Biden's trillion-dollar infrastructure bill closer to enactment. They'll vote before the end of September on legislation already approved by the Senate and not tie it to a second bill boosting social spending. Football's world governing body, FIFA, is to receive more than $200 million compensation for losses suffered in corruption. The money will come from funds seized in investigations of sports officials and executives. Ivory Coast says its first Ebola victim since 1994 has recovered. The 18-year-old woman had travelled to Abidjan from her native Guinea 2 weeks ago before testing positive. She has now tested negative twice. Doctors in Ivory Coast have vaccinated her contacts and the country hasn't registered any further Ebola cases. Nicaragua has accused a journalist and newspaper editor, Carlos Fernando Chamorro, of money laundering and corruption. He fled the country in June as the government of Daniel Ortega undertook a spree of opposition arrests. Mr. Chamorro's brother and sister are already under house arrest. 24 golds are at stake on the first day of the Paralympics in Tokyo. Local COVID rates are worsening, and like the Olympics, these games take place behind closed doors. Stars of the music world have been paying tribute to Charlie Watts, the Rolling Stones drummer who's died aged 80. His bandmate Mick Jagger shared a picture of Watts smiling behind a drum kit, while other top drummers praised him as the Stones' beating heart. That's the latest. BBC News.